So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Carole and today at Journal Eclectic we are going to do my design team project for Nonstop Papercraft, which is about steampunk grunge. So I've actually done a lot of the pre-cutting and things like that in this, and now I want to do my cover. So the size of my pages would be like this, and I've chosen to use a p.1 bag, and my signatures will be here. So I've given myself enough space to not stop me from adding things on the side of the page. And this is the piece of fabric that I'm going to use. It used to be a pant, a trouser if you prefer. I have put a something like this. It's a fabric that has glue on it here, so I can actually use it properly not use it, but glue it properly, and it shouldn't seep through this space. So this is usually, this is actually used in sewing to give the fabric a bit more body. And I bought mine on Temu, because when I tried to seek the same stuff locally, it was way too expensive for the type of hobby that I want to use it for. So I want to keep this part of the pen, so this was the M, and I want to keep this part as is, which is why my cover will start here. So as you can see, the side here, okay, it will close like this over this part, and I want to make this part a open box type. So we'll see how that goes. So if in your area, I guess, having there's some of this fabric that has glue on both sides. If you have that and it's not expensive, then by all means use that. It will be one step closer to your finished project, because now I have to glue this paper onto this, because my fabric is not both side glue, doesn't have glue on both sides, if it makes any sense. So I'm going to use this here. So by now this is just a regular glue. Sorry, I'm going to go get the ugly brush, but it's the best. So I'm going to add all of my glue to my bag. This way I know where to put my glue. So I'm pretty generous right now with it, because I don't want to risk doing this again with pockets of air and things like that. Okay. Now I might want to keep this part open, but not the rest here. So I'm going to, while I have glue here, just put some glue there. so all the way inside, just so this stays close here. Did it work? Yeah. Okay. So this will come like this. This I might put here to finish this part up. Here I want to make sure this, I could actually keep this open. Yeah, I'm going to keep that. Just realize that while I'm going to cover these parts so they can be solid, this part here is kind of like, you know, a secret compartment. Where did I put my papers? There. Let's see. So I could actually put a secret thing here. Okay, I'm keeping this. So now I'm gonna have to wait, whoops, that it glues, and I'll gather the papers for this part, because right now it looks bad. So for my box, okay, it needs to open, so I've taken some papers from, this was given to me from Flora, another crafter from another group, so the one from BIP Stationery, and I need to make sure that this here stays open but solid, so I'm going to fold it back while it's open, so it can actually fold like this. And like this. So it can then fold back like this. Okay. So I'm going to do that to all of my sides with various papers. Right now I need to let this glue dry up a little, because yeah, it's very mushy. Or do I? Let's see if I can make some more. So this will go like this. This stays the same. So I want to have this. Could put it this way, yes. Okay, I don't really like the LD. Okay. Yes, this will do well. So since I'm actually doing a lot of smaller project for various reasons, one, I find them more better in my hands, I guess. So I like doing the little project, although they're not small in work. They are smaller, you know, like this is half the papers. Usually it's big. And Flora sent me kind of big ephemera like this, which is fun to have, but I will need a very big project for that. So instead I'm tearing them a little bit apart so that I can use them in this way. So like this was one of the ephemera. Now want to, if I go like this and it closes, now let's see, yes, yeah, this would go like this here. Just going to need to square this. Then it opens. Okay. Yes, this works. So this is not the final thing for especially this comfy lady. Because I want things to be very cohesive, right? So this will open like this, close, and this part here will close like an envelope, I suppose. So see, this is too big. Because I want to keep this part open to hide stuff in. So this one I will need to to keep this open. This part here, I think I'm going to use some fabric, some more fabric. So I have this here, and I think this would go nicely. I just need to again that's not cutting very well. So as you can see, this fabric is very flimsy, so I'll have to there you go. So I'll put this aside, get this here. So this is something you use to protect your workspace when you want to when you want to use your iron. It's kind of like a felt, and I'm surprised, actually. I'm very happy it's not getting too warm under, and it doesn't take a lot of space. Again, that's something I got from Temu. So gotta make sure the glue side is on the fabric. You put your iron on. I put it on no vapor, so for me no vapor is here, and at 7 because it where the heat is the most hot. Just making sure this covers everything. I will cut around it. So although it's not hot enough right now, I'm going to just start like this. Okay, so you don't need to be fast on this. I leave it like this, and then I go on something other spot. Oops, and that didn't work. So my fabric is not heat friendly. Interesting. So less heat. Where's my scissors? Fabric. So that's a good one to know. So this part here. Okay, and so I'm gonna use another piece of the pen to cover this. Oops. Let's do it this way. And I guess we'll have to be a bit more careful this way. But I do want that fabric to be a bit more, you know, stiff, because otherwise I won't be able to cover the flap properly. Let's see how that goes. Okay, so it's starting. It's just gonna take a little longer, so let's put it back there and just step on this like this. A bit more, because you want the glue to actually melt enough to do a good adherence to the fabric, but apparently without melting it. So those, you know, plastic fabric, this is one of them. When they say that, you know, viscose, things like that, nylon, or well, they are made out of plastic, so that's what they do. They melt on heat. So will it stick? Seems like it wants to. So I'll keep doing this and come back when I'm satisfied. This plastic fabric will need a lot more attention. Alright, so a few moments later, and I can actually say that I'm satisfied with this. So I'll cut around this fabric, and you know, it sounds kind of for this to say, well, you don't need that much, but when you're doing the crafting and you see all of these things that are left and at the price that things are, no, you don't want to waste any. So that's why it's better when it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. So I'm going to keep those things, because when we do not ruffles, but you know, the snippet rolls and things like that, it's good to have that on end, so it gets a bit stiffer. Okay, let's get back the project there. There you go, come on. Okay, so what I want to do with this is to put it kind of here, or maybe just on the inside. And maybe while I'm at it, why not go all the way inside? Might regret putting the glue on this, but let's do it. So you know when you do things for the first times, so like this kind of thing is a first for me. Covering a paper bag with fabric this way. And I'm pretty sure, since I'm not really thinking ahead, I will find myself in a bit of a issue soon. But let's go with the how can I say, you know, the inspiration. There you go. So this will close like this and come like this. And there you go. So because I cannot wait for things to properly dry, I just cut this and gave it a margin, just like in sewing. So I'm going to be able to glue it like this. Okay. And as with any curves, you need to almost to the edge. Okay. Sorry for all the turning. So now when I'm going to get here, I'll be able to just fold these. Fold these. Okay, so I have my piece here to reinforce this part. All I need is to glue it. Okay. So while we at it, and it might need some incentive like this here. Do I have another lying around? No. Yes. So now it looks like this. We'll just need to cut. Okay, here goes nothing again. So I want to hide this part in between the folds because I want to be able to open this as an envelope. So let's go for it before I change ideas. Is it? So I want to make something, yeah, it's gonna be a nice fold like this. Okay, let's put something heavy on it and clean this thing before it gets on the fabric on the other side. There you go. Now here I want to maybe do a nice corner like this, but I feel doing this with glue is not going to go very well, so I'm going to wait and I'll probably sew it. Now as far as sewing, I don't know if I'm going to sew a lot of things. Okay,